Good evening all, it is currently Saturday the 27th of January 2018. I am currently sat in a car park, so there's people staring at me as I'm doing this. I'm en route to Leicester with the UK Ghost Hunts team. I'm not sure what to expect today. I can't give out the address because it's a residential address, so can't say that. But yeah, I'll keep you updated. After the event, I'll let you know what went on. Bye.
Woo! Look at it. I've got a badge, and I've got a jacket. Look at it. I am now a part of the team. Well, officially. Look at it. I can't turn around any further. I've backed myself into a corner. So, time for a quick review of the event. We were in Leicester, and the location definitely didn't let us down. It was a great night. There was only 4 of us, because Steve, Tony and Stephanie were in Skegness, so there was Lisa, Lynn, myself and Marie. Hey, I managed to pull that off. And we were split into 2 teams. Ooh, I'm trying to get comfortable. We had 11 guests with us, and we had 3 events going on throughout the night where we'd swap rooms. They're generally the same principle as the Crazy Hall one. And in the first room, we were all led into a back bedroom. Everyone sat down. Well, I think myself and Lynn were stood up. And Lynn was asking questions. I was asking questions. The guests were asking questions. And we were getting creaks. We were getting bangs. And for a moment now, myself and a few others, because I was stood up, the creaks were coming from behind me. And I was wondering, am I wobbling around? Is it something I was doing? I thought I was standing perfectly still. So I moved to a different side of the room. I sat on the bed kind of further away from where I was, and we continued to ask the questions, but the creaks kept coming from where I was stood. So it's nice to know that it wasn't me creaking the floorboards, but I knew I was stood pretty still. So even when I moved away from where the creaks were coming from, the creaks did keep coming from that location. And it would kind of be yes, no questions. You'd ask a question and it would creak no, once for no, twice for yes. And we got quite a few out of that. That was really good. We set up a candle, and what that basically does is any spirits in the room would kind of manipulate the flame to do that. And all the way through, feeling around, there's no air currents. There's no way anyone could have been breathing on it. No one was stood close enough. And even if they were breathing, it was that cold. It's insane how cold it was. For some reason, it was colder in the house than it was outside. So even when we was in the room, we could see our breath. So if anyone was blowing on the candle, you'd know who it was because you'd see their breath going. So we got a couple of things out of that. Then we went into the nursery. Oh God. That is where a lot more got in. It got much more interesting, I think. We had the little demon robot. We had a Ouija board. The Ouija board didn't really do much for us, though we all had our hands on it. But as it, team members aren't allowed to put their hand on the actual glass bit, so we can only put our hands on the table. And there's a few of us, myself as well. We putting your hand on the table, you can feel the table vibrating. It was almost like it was pulsing. It was kind of going, and you could feel it in your hands. It was so surreal. It was crazy. The demon robot, well, that creeped the hell out of me because we're all watching it. I've explained it before, but I'll quickly explain it again. It's just a little motion sensor detecting robot. There's no control with it because that was my first thought when I first maybe saw them. And it'll only move if anything moves across it. And it was first placed in the kitchen, which was away from us, and it kept backing away from us. And that's my phone going off. Shut up. I should have turned that off. And for me, it honestly looked at one point as though there was a dark figure crouched down by it. It looked like it was poking it. I don't know. It was crazy. It was there, but then later it wasn't. I can't account for it. I can't explain what it could have been. So that was very creepy. But then, oh God, what is going off? Phone and computer are going off. Ah, shut up. Okay. And towards the end of that session, when Lynn was about to leave the room, she thought she saw a black figure in the doorway as well. So it was interesting that two of us saw it. A couple of the guests could smell like a burning sulphur smell, which wasn't related to the candles that we were burning. The candles didn't smell like that. So that was very crazy. We was getting a lot of different things going off. And, ooh, yeah. Throughout the event, when people were calling out, from the window side of the room, it sounded like there was someone trying to talk but wasn't. That was creepy. That was very creepy. And the final room we went into, we had the Blue Lady, which is a little kind of spirit portal. That was incredible. That was answering so many questions. We was asking how many spirits was there. It said 10. And then later on it said departed. Well, I think it did. And we asked how many spirits were left. It said 6. Lynn asked what's in the room that you don't like, and it said you. Oh God! Everyone in the room cracked up laughing. Such a serious moment, but it was hilarious. It swore at us a couple of times. That was very, very cheeky. But yeah, that was. It said a few things that was very kind of relevant to kind of what we were doing, what we were saying. It was saying get out. We then tried the little EVP device. It's not in my hand, it's about that big. That really didn't pick much up for myself or Lynn, but there was one of the guests that went into a separate room and tried it out. And she managed to pick something up, and it honestly sounded like Lynn get out. Or was it Lynn go away? So it was like, Lynn, what are you doing? Why are you upsetting these spirits? Why are they telling you to go away? So it was funny. It was a great night, and I'm looking forward to the next event. What is the next event? Next week we are in, which sounds awesome. That one will be a filmed event, so that will be up on an episode. And then after that, the weekend after that is the Blackpool event, and I'm going to quickly... Oh, here's the advert for that now. This will be the last time the UK Ghost Hunts team will be investigating at the Madame Two Swords event, at Madame Two Swords. So if you want to go, if you've been thinking about going, definitely book onto it, because this will be the last chance you'll be able to join the Ghost team at Madame Two Swords. It is in Blackpool, it's not the London one. But I'll put a link down below somewhere where you can book tickets. Come and join us. I'll be there. Here's my badge. Oh yeah. I'm so easily excited. It will be great fun. It will be great fun. I'm looking forward to it. Partly because I've never been to Madame Two Swords before, and I've always wanted to go. So to wrap it up, I have been given this book that I am to read. It's all about ghost hunting, and it's a guide on how to. So I've got to read this. Oh yeah, I love reading. So hopefully, I'm not forgetting anything, am I? Oh, that was it. Before everyone started joining up, before the guests started turning up, we was introduced to Gaynor, it was her house that we were at. She's not in that picture. Lovely woman. Her dog is so cute. And we were all stood around talking about what we've got to do, what we've got to set up. Marie had her back to the kitchen door, a little bit further away, and then she's like, "Ooh, someone's poking me. Stop!" Because she thought it was. Oh, who did she think it was? I think she thought it was Lynn or something, but Lynn was outside at this time,
and I'm looking straight at her. I know there's no one behind her. But as she's saying that she could feel like someone poking her in the back, I'm looking into the kitchen, which is straight behind her, and I can see something in the reflection of the floor. It's a laminated floor, and I saw just something move, and for a moment I thought it might have been Marie's shadow, but Marie's shadow was in front of her. So straight away, the night was not letting us down. There was definitely something about, and you could. So, I'm easily scared. The demon robot scared me because it'll be so quiet, and all of a sudden this thing little goes. Yeah, that scared me. So it was a great night. I'm looking forward to the next events, and I'll hope you'll join me next time for the next review, which will be next week, hopefully. Till then, peace. I can't believe I forgot this. The first room we were in, there was a big mirror. One of the guests took a picture of the mirror. We were in the dark. The camera flashed. We saw a face. There was a face in the bottom corner of... I don't know why there's not a mirror in front of me, but in the bottom left corner of the mirror, it looked like this. Pretend that's the mirror. It looked like there was a face. It wasn't any of the guests. You could see like the eye socket and the bridge of the nose. Yeah, it was freaky. Why am I looking over there? It was freaky. It was so freaky. I really wish I'd got a copy of that picture. I would have added it. I would have put it in. I wonder if they posted it to the group. If I find it, I will post it and I will share it. Yes, there was a face. Oh yes. Peace. Bye.